Well, the All-Star game is over. That means it is time for the trade deadline. That is the next major national holiday. Hope everyone's pretty fired up about that. I know I am. This is Tim Rogers with the Blue Madness podcast presented by Dodgers 2080, everyone's favorite. Well, at least a couple thousand of you. Showtime LA's in the house. Hello, everybody. Let's talk about some things. So, you saw the headline. I want Skubal. I'm going to start this off by going back to something from last week in which I appeared with Doug McCain on Dodgers Nation. And I'm going to just play it as we, let me get to that thing here. Me in a sad state there. Here we go. Let's play this. Hope it works out here. Let's see. There it is.
Into next. When you look at the Dodgers and their postseason rotation, Tyler Glasnow, from what I've heard, nothing serious at all. They're just trying to give him a breather. They know that they want to optimize him and have him peak when it matters most in the postseason. Yamamoto, not feeling any pain. You feel pretty encouraged by that news. But how big do you think the Dodgers need to go at the deadline? Do you think it's a Garrett Crochet? Or is it someone like a Jack Flaherty, a Zach Eflin, a Yusei Kikuchi, one of those second level, not game one type starters that can really help this rotation? Or do you go for both?
I think you're looking at both. I've said it on my show.
I like this Tim Rogers. This is a different Tim Rogers.
But it's not my money. I go and make the offer for Skubal, and I take Baez's contract, and I don't care about the money.
I get a fire take. That's a fire take. We'll give that. That's extremely hot lava take right there to think about bringing in Javier Baez.
Yeah, but
still around 60 million if I'm off the top of my head.
Oh, that's not my money. No, I get the whole thing about, and I understand that, but it's something you deal with later. Right now, it's a matter of things have not gone according to plan. You could do all you want. You can't plan for 17 injuries, most of them pitchers. They are better than last year, though. I mean, right now, even the way we are right now, there's no way you have to go and give up a good prospect for someone like a Lance Lynn, who gave up a lot of runs the other day.
Escape another one.
He's back.
As we speak.
He is back. So I don't want to go for mediocrity. If you're going to give up a guy, let's just say any of our top 5 prospects, it needs to be the Crochet types. I'm not even sure. I don't know, Flaherty back and forth because he's more of a rental. But again, if the answer is Flaherty and I have to give up one of my top 5, or I get nothing out of this, I have to roll the dice and do that, and I hate it. You know that this is making me die inside.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But this team, you have to take advantage of the primes of Mookie, of Freddie, of Shohei Ohtani, and Tyler Glasnow, Will Smith. You have to win a full season World Series, get that parade, and also win with Ohtani. So I think for me, what I look at is for this team as we speak right now, one of the big questions for the younger players has to be who's going to be the starting center fielder when the post.
All right. So that was the DMAC show. Thanks again to my man, DMAC, for
season rolls around.
Oops.
Because
didn't want to do that again. Oh, got to exit out of there. There we go. All right. So that was, the hot takes. Looking at going, hey, where do we go? I like the idea of Crochet, Craig Osterberg in the house. I like the idea of Garrett Crochet. He's a good one, but he's really exceeding all of his limits there, folks. And I'm not convinced that he's going to be somebody that's going to be ready in October or available in October. They're going to definitely have to put him down for a bit. So we'll see. There is some good news. Glasnow will be back soon. Sounds like he's going to miss a total of 1 start. We knew that. This is just They found a minor injury, and they they said, "Hey, here it is. Go get him." Let's see, and then they went and did the Yamamoto, right? Yamamoto. It sounds like according to what there was an interview with Glasnow, that Yamamoto is feeling good. So that we need to hear that. We're not winning this thing without Glasnow and Yamamoto. Then you add someone like a Skubal, get him in there. Now, I know all the excuses. It's blah blah blah, money. Where does he play? I don't care. I don't care where he plays. I don't care about the money. This team is bleeding money. They can figure all of this stuff out. They don't have to put Javi Baez on the roster. They could release him if they wanted to right away, or they just maybe he goes and works on an injury rehab, whatever. See, Life Journey's all in there. Yep. See, yeah. See, now you're thinking. No, I do think I think I'm one of those guys. I think I was pretty much the first one, or one of the first, to bring up the Baez. Now I'm starting to see the bandwagon, which is cool. I see my man Clint Pasillas is on his way. Speaking of Clint, we're talking about doing some work together. Just a show or something like that. We have the trade deadline. That's on my understanding. It's June 30th, which is 2 weeks away. Oh my gosh, the countdown is on, folks, and we will have all sorts of coverage of that. Obviously, that's what we do. Every year since 2018, when I was working with Dodgers Nation, I would do a log of all the trades, and I will do that again on the 30th. And so it'll be a kind of a weird work day because I'll be taking a lot of time off from my day. But that's okay. We need, these are the fun things of at least for me. I have a good time with that, with all those trades. And the prospect hall. So I'm gonna pull up something. Let's play a little game. Let's see that one. There it is. And bookmarks, all bookmarks. Okay. This guy, mock trade from something called Woodward Sports Network. They're saying Dalton Rushing, Alex Freeland, Edgardo Enriquez, Dylan Campbell for Tarik Skubal. Do you think that's in the ballpark? I have my answer. Tanner Scott for relief, absolutely. That has to be in the mix. The Marlins, they're going to hold on to him as long as they can. Josue DePaula headlining in the Skubal deal, with the Dodgers signing Soto would negate that if DePaula even pans out. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. I was the one that was saying, hey, the Dodgers should, if the Yankees fall apart, the Dodgers should trade for Soto. I love Soto in terms of as a hitter. I just think he's awesome. Yeah, I agree. So this trade's not close. These are all good players. Dalton's the number one prospect right now. Edgardo's climbing. Alex is climbing. Dylan Campbell is coming around, but not to what it's going to be. It's going to be more like I'm going to throw it out there. Let's just do the deed here. I'm going to go to the ugly stuff. It's going to take a lot more than that, though. But we'll go to our top 30. So to get Skubal, I'm going to go right here. It's going to take Rushing, DePaula, Ryan, Ferris, and Cartaya. And it still might not be enough. And we're taking that contract. It's going to be something like that. it's going to be that big because the Tigers are closer to contending eventually. So, rushing is somebody maybe next year. DePaula, two years away. Frasso probably back next year, but he's been hurt, so that's why I didn't include him. River Ryan's ready right now. I mean, it sounds like we might be seeing him this weekend. Kyle Hurt is hurt, so he's not a candidate for that. Jackson Ferris is young. Cartaya is young. Lorenzo is young. Martin's young. So I got a lot of young guys, and so to get to that, it's going to take a lot to get Tarik Skubal. It's going to take less than that to get Crochet, but not much less. So those are, sorry folks. And the one of the problems with the Dodgers is, other than a few guys at the top, most of the treasure is down below. It's these guys that are in high A, low A, ACL. There's a lot of good stuff. So that's kind of my thoughts, at least right now, on the trade market. Landon Knack instead of River Ryan, no. So there's a difference between those two. Landon Knack's solid. River Ryan could be a star. He has a really high upside. Okay, here we go. Ooh, DePaula, rushing, Emil Morales, Jackson Ferris, Bobby Miller, Alexander Albertus, James Outman, Peyton Martin for Skubal, Flaherty, and Baez. That's kind of that's in the neighborhood, I think. That's in the neighborhood. It really empties out a lot of guys, but it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's just the price you pay for these. As Doug talked about, the Dodgers go for these high upside guys, but with that high upside comes, with all these guys, seems to be a lot of injury risk. And with that injury risk, I tell you, I mean, it's just, ooh. By the way, did you guys like my thumbnail? I thought it was pretty good. Huh? A little Godfather in there? But that's what it's going to take. You're going to have to make an offer they can't refuse. That's facts. Yeah, Showtime is not giving up Albertus or Morales. I know how you feel. Friedman isn't Preller. That's a Preller type trade. It could be. I mean, it's definitely a big one. These are the types of trades that make or break you. Do remember this thing. The Dodgers are loaded with right-handed pitching in the minors, all the top to bottom. Top to bottom. Yeah, thinking about Bobby, his value's down right now. He's, as you recall, he is in the minor leagues, and just never got rolling. He just, and I said on the podcast with Doug, he wasn't even ready. He wasn't ready to go up, and he didn't have really any good starts that I recall. Speaking of good starts, sounds like Clayton Kershaw will be starting on Friday in Oklahoma City. That's a good thing. And it sounds like he might be back in Los Angeles pretty darn soon. So, I mean, I'm excited about that. I don't know what we're going to get, but if he can have a little bit. Yeah, they don't allow you to trade draft picks yet like that. They allow you to trade certain guys, these compensation rounds and stuff like that. But they won't be able to do that yet. But that is something that should be allowed, in my opinion. That's for sure. It doesn't make sense to me that how they do it. If you want to make this draft exciting, which I still think it's terribly boring. They're trying to go. They're trying to go really, hey, here's this big thing. And the thing is, like with the NBA and with the NFL, y'all know at least some of the players. You don't know any of these guys. Or we know very few about them. It takes a lot to dig into. I mean, the Dodgers did complete their draft. I mean, I'm excited about a guy that, that I don't know much about. I mean, but the idea that he's a young shortstop with Trey Turner type speed, count me in. That's the way you do it. That's how you build some value in your organization and build some long-term talent. So Hep says, with the way this organization develops hitters, it might be best to trade these high helium youngsters while they still have value. I agree. I do agree. There's something not quite there in the hitting development. They get. I'll take it. I'm gonna give them some credit here. They're able to take guys. James Outman, a guy that is not, comes out of college. He's not. They started him from scratch, and they turned him into a major leaguer. But where's the last time they developed a really good hitter? And it is, that's our guy right now, at least, Will Smith. Maybe we're hoping for Pages. We're hoping for Vargas. I mean, I know I am. That's for sure. But right now, we're not seeing the type of productivity from the farm system in terms of hitters that we want to. We're seeing the pitching. Pitching's been paying off. The minor league, the draft from 2020 and soon to be 2021 is going to help save this team, or at least keep them over the hump from having to do something stupid like trade for Lance Lynn. Let's just hope they don't do something stupid like that. I even Jack Flaherty does scare me. I understand that. Yeah, see here. Okay, this is the truth here. This is the truth from Infinite Dodger. A reminder for those lobbying for Friedman to dish out all the prospects to land the uppermost talent available. Teams like the Orioles have tradable pieces that blow the Dodgers prospects out of the water. Yeah, that's what happens. You have higher draft picks. And but here's the deal. That's why you have to throw in the idea of taking on that Baez contract. And maybe there's something with the White Sox that they can do. Adam Eaton or something like that. They do something like that. I don't know. But I think Friedman will have to think outside the box. Oh. See this? Oh, Hep is just killing it right here. I don't want the Dodgers to be in a situation like Soto in 2022. I was all in on that trade, where we were looking back at the trade proposals for Skubal in 2026. Half the prospects not even panning out, kicking ourselves. Emmett Sheehan throwing. Yeah, I mean he's not pitching for another mid-May. If we're lucky, mid next year. Probably not till 2026. Awful. So much. Man. And I know they kept him too. But that's one of the things, I look at a guy like Pepio, who's having a nice solid year. And you go, well, do you trade the guy with that higher upside? But he's also throwing, there's extra going on there. In order to throw that hard, get that type of spin and move and all that type of stuff. I mean, you're doing a lot of stuff to your arm. Yeah, and Dustin May's out for the year. Jeez. Okay, it was Saturday. All right. So Saturday, that game pissed me off. I was going to go live. I could not. I was getting set to go live. I was kind of preparing. I even, getting my thumbnail ready to go. That just ticked me off. And then, you had, no matter how you feel about it, we had an assassination attempt on the presidential candidate for one of our two major parties. And that was shocking. And then right in the middle of that, I'm reading freaking Dustin May has to have esophagus surgery. What the heck? What a weird day that was. July 13th, 2024. One of the weirdest days. It's historical in a way. Again, I don't care who you like them, if you like them or not. I value human life. I don't want someone getting shot like that. And I hate to see that someone was killed and that 2 other people got injured. So it's awful. It was jarring. I was around, when they tried to assassinate Ronald Reagan, and then Gerald Ford. I remember those things. Squeaky Fromme, and there was also Ford had like a couple assassination attempts within like a month or two. The Johan Ramirez hugging experience needs to end. Well, they burnt the crap out of that guy. They had used him 3 days in a row. They were just done. I understand Roberts not doing that, and it's a bummer that Vanasco didn't have his stuff. I thought it was safe to put Vanasco out there myself, so I can't go off on Roberts there. But what we can do, there were some transactions. Those little bit of transactions. And so let's go to those. Minor league transactions. There's some interesting stuff. Oh, well, Michael Peterson was optioned to Oklahoma City. Well, that's interesting. Do they need a pitcher? Oh, they got this guy that they sent to ACL. So someone's in Arizona, probably on his way to Los Angeles. Michael Peterson to Oklahoma City. And I really respect Michael Peterson too. These guys are Dodgers getting what they can out of these guys. This is some good news. Zaire Hope on a rehab to ACL. Tehran Lorenzo activated. Gerald Perez activated from the inactive. So both Tehran and Gerald, they were in the futures games. I don't have access to the game, so I didn't see it. Jose Ramos to the development list. Oh boy, activated. Peter Hubick, friend of the show. Ben Kasparius activated. Ricky Vanasco. I just felt bad for him. That's just happened though. That's just the way things are. You can see down below, DePaula is activated. Michael Martinez, hard throwing guy, is on the temporary inactive list. So things are happening. So thoughts, folks. I just threw a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, Zaire Hope is alive. Yep, we got all sorts of stuff going on. Daryl Jackson, good point. Nothing is going right for this team, so hopefully it gets better. I'm going to throw a little optimism at you. Yeah, and then River Ryan's coming. It sounds like it's to me it's a little early since he only got 5 innings in. So my issue with the Dodgers, the way they use these guys, and they did it with Robleski. They're just going, 5 innings, they're out. Which means the bullpen's got to go 4. And what happened on Sunday? They ran out of relievers. They flat out ran out of relievers. So that was a bummer. That was they wasted. They had 2 games there. Should have been an easy sweep. They could have really put away some teams. But I think the Padres and the Snakes, they're 7 back, I believe. Diamondbacks are playing well. That is the team that I do figure will be the main challenge. Diamondbacks and Padres are both 7 back. Frisco's 9. So my prediction was Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Giants, and Padres. Blake Snell is doing what I told you guys he could do. And wouldn't it be nice to have that guy right now? Man. If they would have they could have done it earlier. They could have had Blake Snell a lot earlier. They could have had him in all of spring training. And we wouldn't have to be talking about giving up half of our farm system for one left-hander that's a reliever or been a reliever most of his career, and another guy that's going to cost us half our farm system. And maybe have to take Pedro Baez. Not Pedro. I'd rather have Pedro than Javi. These are the prices you pay for not for just, I don't know, I call it stinking thinking. It's just silly. Make the moves. The way things are, okay. What are 2 of the 3 things we always talk about? Pitchers break, and you can never have enough pitching. And look where we're at. I don't know what to say. Hey Philip, welcome aboard. I'm not going to do it. But I understand the money issue. But you went in really heavy on Shohei Ohtani. You could have went and gotten yourself a Blake Snell. And it could have been on a nice short deal. They probably could have had him, before spring training for something pretty reasonable. Oh, you're talking about with Miami, huh? Florida, whatever. What are they? They're the Miami Marlins. Whatever. So Jake Berger, one of the Rogers, no relation, and Tanner Scott. There's Taylor and there's the 2 on the Giants, and then there's this guy with the Marlins. It's just so many Rogers in so little time. But I think something, you could see it. You already knew. They had to shut. Remember, they had to shut down Emmett Sheehan at the beginning of the year. They were shutting River Ryan down early. So that was already 2 guys. I think there was someone else too. I don't remember who it was. But they had to shut people down. And the starting pitching just went from having this much to this much to this much to this much. I don't like being right about those things. That's where I wanted to be wrong. But I knew it. You all heard it. Been preaching it the whole time. But I think even from some of the people on the internet machine talking about it, they're just, we got enough. We don't need to get any more. Yeah, you do. When you've gone in this heavy on this type of talent, you might as well go all the way. But now we have to do that thing. Or they also could have traded a lot. The trade we're talking about now for a Crochet or a Skubal, could have made that trade with Milwaukee and given up less and gotten, I would argue, I'd rather have him starting in October, because at least he's been there. So that's that stuff. So I don't know, man. I know these Dodger guys are way smarter than I am, but I think they're too smart sometimes. Skubal, Baez, Green, Riley Green. Ooh. For DePaula, Miller, Lux, Rushing, Copton, Flip Skubal, Goslin, Gamboa. Gunnar. Oh, yeah, we're not getting Gunnar Henderson ever. Baltimore better lock him up now. But hey, maybe we have our shortstop. Maybe in the future, maybe we got our guy. Why don't we pull it up? I'm going to pull up True Blue Draft Tracker, which I highly recommend. Led by the great Eric Steven. And he's really good at his job. And he does such a great job with these types of things, roster things and all that. So here they are. With the slot value. So Kellon Lindsay, he is the shortstop, young dude. That's a almost $3.7 million value. I don't know. Hopefully they have something they have worked out. He says he's coming. And then we missed our 2nd and 5th round pick for that guy Ohtani. Probably worth it. Just saying. So we got Chase Harlan, a 17-year-old guy. So there's the young guys. 2 young position players. Then we got, Slowtown from Cal Poly Slow, a lefty. Thank you for the ads. Man, there's some ad delight here. Lefty, righty, then another shortstop, but this is a college one. And then more pitching. No, I'm wrong. 2 outfielders. Again, another one from high school, then a college, and another college guy. Then we got a few college guys. These are those guys that, you get them in this one, you give them the 100,000 or whatever, and you hope they take it. Some of them could be 4-year guys. So we don't get back to high school guys until Eric Parker, another shortstop. I love it. Keep the shortstops coming. You want shortstops. They're the best athletes on the field. Those are the guys you want. You can move them. So I have no idea if this is a good draft. And I'm sure all I know is I like the philosophy. Speed. Athleticism. They're not sure about the power, but the comp is Trey Turner. If it's Trey Turner, that'd be great. Let's see. Can you explain development lists for minor leaguers like Ramos? Last chance adjustments, do they still play in minor league games? They do not play in minor league games. What it is usually just a holding spot for them because they need to make some roster moves. Usually they stay with the team. Sometimes they do go to Arizona to do some work. But that's just the way it is. But they still get paid. I think there used to be a time they didn't. But they get paid. Like I said, most of them still stay with the team. There's been guys that have been on the development list that didn't even know they were on the development list. That's how funny it is. So yeah, it's not a last chance thing. It's just probably, hey, let's sit him down. Let's give another guy a chance for a few games. Maybe Jose probably comes right back. He's striking out just so much. He's really worked himself to not having any value. Heps right here, man. I feel like the Dodgers could have matched Corbin Burns trade, but they were feeling themselves a little too much. Got cute, traded Bush for prospects, but at least the prospects are doing good. True, and I don't think Bush was a guy that you go, oh my gosh, that's the headliner for Corbin Burns. I'm sure they were digging for DePaula or someone like that. DePaula and rushing, is kind of a combination of guys that are close to ready versus and guys that are longer term. Yeah, Showtime. I'm not even sure who those guys are. Whatever it is, though, usually it's related to money with those things, because I know the Dodgers, they do like to negotiate before they draft a guy. So when they're on the pick, sometimes they'll start calling guys and go, we're willing to offer you X. If we draft you, will you sign for X? And if they say no, they hang up and move on to the next guy. That's how they do it. So that's what happens with some of these, and I'm sure the Dodgers aren't the only team that do stuff like that. We wish the Daniel pitchers held the AL under 3 runs. Would have loved to see Ohtani get All-Star MVP. Yeah, it's a bummer. I didn't even watch the game. I was following a little bit, but I wasn't watching the game. I hate those uniforms, and right now I didn't have a way to watch it. Chase Harlan compared to Kobe. Yeah, I think I did hear that. Let's take a quick look at Chase here. 17 years old, man, that's awesome. A little deep dive here from Eric. Hey, if you're not following True Blue LA, who are you? And then he also has a podcast called the Three Inning Save. That's it's one of his favorite things. I think the real question now, who's faster, Kellen Lindsay or Kendall George? So Harlan was 112 by Pipeline, 118 with Baseball America. Big, strong, physically mature corner infielder with some serious pop. had more power over hit profile, with a little more strength and pure bat speed. Some believe the bat will eventually catch up with the raw power. Good. He does have a commitment to Clemson. He's just looking for the right amount of money. I get it, and he should. Let's hope the Dodgers sign him. Let me know if you guys have heard anything about him being one of the signability. NS is in the house. The Reds passed them. Third baseman, they hit 414. Oh, well. And then the Dodgers also, I heard, signed a young Mexican dude, third baseman. Thought I saw it in the chat. Where was it? Let's see. His chat's got a lot of stuff in it. Wait, is that it? No, I really don't care about the red carpet stuff. Yeah, there's some of that stuff I just don't give a crap about. I haven't heard that national anthem, and I don't want to. Drunk foos, right? Drunk foos. Yeah, it's not good. It's just not good. And maybe that's an excuse. I don't know. Yep, they did. Yeah, they drafted that shortstop in later rounds. Yeah, so it's good. Get more shortstops. They did that in 2022. They drafted a lot. Alex Freeland's starting to come out of that. I think Sean McClain is starting to finally get healthy. I know Casey had some good things to say about him also. I might get out there this weekend. Hope to. Why don't we take a look at just one team and their maybe some stats. I want to look at the Quakes. See if I can just get their statistics. Team. Roster, all-time roster. Oh, amazing. There we go. Stats and scores. Let's see if I can pop it up. If I can pop it up, then we'll look at it. Yeah, I know there's no games. So, never mind. Y'all, how do I feel about the MILB website? Which prospect? The guy that they drafted? Showtime? You talking about the guy they drafted? Kelon? We should do that. We'll do that anyway if that's what you meant, whether it's a good idea no matter what. Whether you meant that or not. Yep, third straight year the Dodgers drafted a position player. I mean, Rushing was a college player. Kendall's a very fast guy. Did hit his first home run. He's terribly fast, like both of these. 27th best prospect. 31st. Yeah, whatever. These guys are all, they just kind of fall on each other. From MLB Pipeline, premium athlete who can record 80 grade run times. Can he do 90 like Kendall? Lindsay has already taken a big step forward in how fast is the game after deciding to stop playing foosball and focus on the diamond. He has a better feel for the game than some might think based on his multi-sport background. It means a better athlete. He has a short right-handed swing geared to making contact and sending the line drives at the middle. Yay! He may never be a huge power guy, and he does need to add strength, but as he started to catch the ball out front, he's impacting the ball more with some pop to come. He has solid strike zone awareness with good swing decisions and takes walks against lesser competition. Okay, good. Good. Young guy. Yeah, look at that guy. Man, young dudes. Jeez. They're so young. Oh, from the Rays. Siri would be interesting. Yeah, I know that Doug has put Fairbanks in some things. Are we still on the Arozarena bandwagon or what? I'd rather focus on the pitching, but improving the team in whichever way you can. I'm all over that. I'm all over it. That's what I want. To keep improving the team. Find ways to keep improving the team. Not little things. These need to be big things, because the little things, some of that's going to come back with, I think just some of it's going to be improvement. I think for some reason, I think Kike is going to be better. I think Altman's going to be better. I think Taylor's been a little better. So I think there's going to be improvements right there. But the big improvements are an impact bat, an impact arm, depth for the bullpen. So Gratterall coming around. But we can't trust any of these pitchers coming back from injury. They can't count on any of that. That's why you have to go with some of these dudes. Snell was right there. And I'm getting a little ticked off. Andrew, give me a call. Dodgers top prospect. I thought we just did that. Didn't we just do that last week? We can, let's see if we can find one that's maybe a little different. Oh, Dodgers Digest. Yeah. I should get Bruce on here. Is he still working on his list or what? Let's see. For some reason I thought he was done. Maybe not yet. Maybe he's not done yet. Trying to reach out to some dudes to get some, interviews and stuff, but no luck yet. I need to reach out to Campos. He will. I bet he would. Chris is a really good kid. Yeah, I don't see anything yet. But when Bruce's is always good. Bruce does a good job, Bruce Kuntz, with our over there. So our guys again, and this is going to vanish real soon. It's going to be all updated. I don't know if it's going to be after the trade deadline or probably after the trade deadline. We'll go from the bottom. Hubik, who just got reactivated. Tierra, right hand. So let's first do anything. Let's just add all the right-handed pitchers. 1, 2. Oh, man. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7. It used to be a lot more. They still got plenty of them down below. So Tierra, Ramos going to drop out. I think Yaner's going to drop. He's going to drop out. Noah Miller, we'll see. Austin Gauthier is going to stay strong. Samuel Munoz, I think, hangs in there. Albertus will rise. OG Albertus fan base rise right now. Yep, I'm on it. Samuel Munoz, he's off to a slow start. I'm going to be honest with you. And he's a big kid. He's bigger than I thought, but his numbers are starting to come up with Rancho, but the power numbers aren't there yet. I think they come though, but he's more of a pure hitter. Let's see how they have him. Yeah, they have him with a hit tool of 55, power of 45. So, yeah, they gotta figure that one out. Yeah, Alberta's gonna rise. He should be in the top 10 in my opinion. Giloff will stay around this area. Trey Sweeney, probably around the same. Zaire, I think actually does move up, even though he's been injured. I saw enough. I saw enough. I don't know if you guys saw some of the little shorts I got from Pete Soto. I still got to put some more out. We got Eduardo Quintaro. This guy is exciting. 18 years old. Doesn't even turn 19 until September. Hits 55. So it's the run, arm, overall. Then they go overall 45. This is a guy. Center fielder. I think he's actually the future center fielder, unless Kendall gets a little bit more pop. Emil Morales. 17 years old. Born in 2006. Holy smokes! But this is our international free agent guy. Higher offensive ceilings, high baseball IQ, work ethic. That's what you want. Shortstop. There's a lot of shortstops. If you look, I mean, just off the top of my head, right? Morales, Albertus, Yoendry Vargas. 3 shortstops right there, plus the guy we just drafted. If you can build a team of shortstops, you're going to have a very good defensive team eventually. Gerald Perez, he's definitely more of a second baseman. Futures game, I didn't see how he did. I was too busy kind of just dealing with life, with, watching the news, all that type of stuff. Hyun-Suk Chung, love him. Ronan Kopp, I think he might drop a little bit just because he's a relief only right now. Robleski should rise. I think it's the gopher ball right now. We just got to, that's got to go. Maddox Bruns, they're going to probably drop him. I wouldn't. I think he's good. Landon Knack, solid. He's going to drop out of this list just because of his innings. He should exceed his innings in next 2-3 starts, and he will no longer be on this list. Congratulations to Landon Knack. Really appreciate it. Really like that guy. Yoendry Vargas, there's our guy, 18 years old. He's a good one. He's going to be good. Hit, power, run, arm, field, overall 50. He's on my untouchable list, but if you got to make a trade, you got to make a trade. Kendall George. I think Kendall's going to stay right around this area. I think he's done okay. If I were to say one thing, I'd like to see get to stolen bases. He steals a lot of bases, but he's getting caught too much. The contact's coming around. I think, these 62 Ks are obviously too much for what he is. So it's once every 4 at-bats. That needs to be once every 5. I'm just saying. Peyton Martin. Take a look at Peyton. So a little bit of a struggle bus this year. Not quite what we saw last year. And I'm going to bet, it's all about walks. Last year in 39 innings, he walked 15. This year in 44 innings, he walked 28. And he struck out less. So not sure what's going on there. But I'm confident they're probably working on some stuff. They held him out, all that type of stuff. Dayron. He had a terrible start. He's coming around, but still the slug is, that's almost 200 points, folks. 200 points. So he's lost a lot of value. Diego, OKC's helping him, obviously, but it's good. He's capitalizing on it, and is, all of a sudden putting together. Oh, wait, his average dropped a lot. Holy smokes, what happened? Don't pay attention for a couple minutes, and we're on the struggle bus again. That's not good. Dang it. Jackson Ferris had that really good start. Let's see what they have for him. Fastball 60, curveball 60, slider 55, changeup 55, control 45, overall 50. That control's just got to be it. That's got to be it. Got to fix that. This guy's a good one, though. I mean, he had a really good start. Great Lakes. So his numbers are getting better. His ERA was over 5. 77 innings, 101 Ks. 34 walks. You just got to lower that one. That's all he has to do. Kyle Hurt it's not good. I don't know when he's coming back. But it's very much a bummer. As you guys know, I was really a big fan of his. River Ryan, get ready, folks. Here we go. Getting a couple, probably one more, maybe one more start at ACL. I don't know. Maybe that's what he's doing right now, just to get to work. I don't know. So funny. His 3-11. They've babied his innings. Probably overworked him a little bit last year. Nick Frasso out. Dang. Yeah, that was another guy, right? Just another pitcher. Oh, another guy out. Just, that's it. DePaula back from the IL. Good news. Still trying to find it. Great Lakes. I'm sure he will. Probably just getting some challenges he's not used to. And then Dalton Rushing. Please put this man in AAA. Just put him in AAA. Let's push him. And then you push him because I think he's good. I do. Not taking as many walks this year, though. Interesting. But he's gonna on a way better pace because last year, remember, he was hurt last year. He had a concussion. So concussions suck. I've never had one, fortunately, but I know, of course, many that have had them. Okay. Oh, Bob Nightingale's in the house. Good to see you, Bob. Let's see. Yeah. Definitely needs some updating. Freeland, cough. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna, and they will. They're gonna be there. And then Enriquez will be he will get in there. Problem is, they still have. I don't know if he's gonna be a reliever, or if he's gonna be a starter. Maybe they go with reliever. If they keep him as a reliever, just keep him in mind for this year. Demotle, what combination of these guys would convince the Tigers to move Skubal? Was Austin said they were more interested in position players than pitchers? Oh, well, we have. It's interesting because we have a plethora of the young guys. The question is, do the Tigers want a bunch of 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds? Because really the only guy that you see here, unless you mean Miguel Vargas, and Miguel Vargas would be a really good fit with Detroit. But I think the Dodgers, they need to start playing the MASH theme. Da, 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 da. Boy, I've heard that song more than anything. MASH is still one of my all-time favorite shows, but I only watched the first 3 seasons. And I don't watch the last episode of the 3rd season. If you know, you know. Yeah, Showtime, Josue's got, as I've talked about, he's got one of the best eyes out there. He has Juan Soto eyes. He does. It's a blessing. You just don't, that's a gift. And you take that vision, combine it with the what's it called? Some discipline. You're set. You are set. So, all right. Anything else? I wasn't going to do the show. Then it's like, I was thinking about Skubal. I was like, I want to get out there again. And let's be honest. A number one thing that needs to happen for the All-Star game is get rid of those stupid, ugly uniforms. Go back to the home uniforms. Baltimore's a team that likes to hoard prospects, which is they do for money reasons too. Maybe the Dodgers can beat the package only because they refuse to include Mayo or Basayo. So, maybe. Oh, you can never have too many shortstops in the system. They're gonna work themselves out. I'm not worried about that. It would be great if let's say in 2 years, all of a sudden all those guys are coming up together and they're doing really well. Then you can go, that's like the height of their trade value. Right now their trade value is high, but it's not the highest. The highest is going to be like when they get to probably AA. Yeah, Paredes, Randy package. I do too. I think, and Fairbanks, throw it in there. I think that's what Doug had said. Was it Doug or was it Clint? I don't remember now. But yeah, I like those ideas too. I think that makes them better. And it's insurance with Muncy. I mean, he's starting over. I mean, he just keeps getting hurt. I don't think you can count on Max Muncy. If he comes back, it's a good problem to have. We'll work it out. The Dodgers will figure that one out. But we really need Max Muncy in the lineup, and if we don't have him, we need to find another bat. I'd prefer it to be Max Muncy. It fits like a glove, right? When Mookie comes back against righties, Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, William Dilliam, Max Muncy, Teo. Against lefties, Mookie, Showtime, William Dilliam, or Teo, depending on if William's sitting, Freddie, William or Teo, because Teo's so good against lefties, and then Max Muncy, with Pajes getting in there. So, yeah. Every year, sign a shortstop in the International League signing period, then draft a high school shortstop in the draft, then pray it works. That's the way to go. I agree. I mean, go look at some of these shortstops out there. They're all, they are the young ones, right? I'm trying to think how many of these the really good shortstops played college ball. Seager? No. Gunner? Right? No. Trey Turner? No. Not a lot of shortstops play college. So I agree. And that's what they did last year Emil Morales, and they've got, they drafted 2 high school shortstops this year. And they did that, a couple years ago. They had a lot of college shortstops, but they also had a few high school ones, but some of them haven't quite been there yet. I think last year they signed Brian Gonzalez. We haven't heard much from him yet. Kind of excited about that. And I think they've got, on the international scene, they're in good shape in the shortstop perspective for now. But yeah, get them every year, because eventually you got to play them or trade them, right? That's what you got to do. So, okay. All right, I'm going to start wrapping up. I know I started a little bit early, but that's what you got to do. So I think Hepatitis has got the plan. I think that hopefully Friedman and Gomes are listening, because I think there's been some, told you so about getting some more pitching. And then get these young guys, get these shortstops. This is for the Dodgers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the second most biggest organization in all of Major League Baseball, not having a shortstop, or having to go with Miggy Rowe, who's 35. They had Corey Seager, they had Trey Turner. Gavin Lux has not worked out. Exactly. They all have come from high school, you mean? Not none. None have come from college. Yeah, there you go. Right. Why waste a shortstop, don't waste your time in college if you're a stud. Just go. Get developed, come up, get that money. Get in the major leagues by the time you're 22. You're a free agent at 28 or 29. You're cashing in like Trey Turner did. Corey Seager. Even, he's a jerkwad, but, Carlos Correa. So make those moves. Get a better philosophy. I think some of the philosophies they're doing right now are flawed. I think you do need to do a real 6-man rotation. Pure, keep these guys healthy, keep their innings low. Have them go in a 6-man rotation. Try to get 6 or 7 innings out of them, though, but they have enough rest. Keep them on a decent pitch count. But there's no magic number with that. But just, watch the velocities as they go. If they start diminishing at all, you pull them. And you just do that. And you stop having just all these one-inning relievers. You got to have guys. You do need guys like Yarbrough, You need some other I think you need 2 good multi-inning relievers with that, and then the rest of your guys are the 1-inning type guys. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, the thing is, you can do the right thing. Sometimes it doesn't work, but at least it's good, and it's a good philosophy. Don't be spending that precious capital on a bunch of college pitchers too high. Not that I don't like them, but I don't, they're all going to, it just seems like they're all going to line up for Tommy John. I'd rather have them when they're getting still young. They can recover from it quicker. Yeah. No, I think it's a better plan. I think they need to listen to hepatitis C later. That's a good one. I'm adopting that myself. I think that's a really good way to do it. Full credit though to hepatitis. Yeah, have a good philosophy, and it's really have a good system. Systems over goals. Get your system in place. Adapt as you need to. But have a system to go, what's the best way to keep building better athletes, and so that we're not running out of shortstops is a huge flaw. It's huge. That's on the Dodgers management. They blew it. So it'll be interesting to see over the next couple of weeks. I think things to keep an eye on. Okay. I think we keep an eye on Gavin Lux. See what they do with him. Mookie is starting to do some actual glove work without a cast. So looking forward to his rehab assignment in about a month or 2 weeks maybe in Rancho. Let's hope so. Yamamoto again is starting to throw without pain. Glasnow will be ready to go. Things are slowly coming together. No offense to my guy Gavin Stone. I'm glad he didn't make the All-Star team. Needs that break. And I think they need to baby him a little bit. Again. Well, I think they blew it, not having a real 6-man rotation. And just kind of work that out. And then as the season gets to the end, then you start tamping it down and get ready for the playoffs. But you got to be able to just... I'm going to talk real quick before we end it. I want to talk about that bullpen, the planned bullpen game, which is the dumbest thing. Don't sit there and go, oh, we're going to plan for a bullpen game 2 days later. And then the day before, everything falls apart. They were done. That was, Yohan Ramirez's 3rd game in a row. He had nothing. He was a mess. Threw the ball away twice. just it screwed up. We had 2 errors. The Vanasca thing just didn't work. So the Dodgers thought, I hate losing. I do. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be I'm taking my whole family, including my boys, their girlfriends. We're going to be at Dodger Stadium on August 21st. And I tell you, I'm going to be really ticked off if it's announced it's a bullpen game. I go to see starting pitchers. I don't go to see an opener with 3 or 4 innings of somebody and all that type of stuff. I go for the starter. Hopefully it's Glasnow. Or Stone. Or Nat. I just want or River Ryan. It'd be great too. I just want it to be a starting pitcher. A real starting pitcher. Not these I think it's a disservice to the fans. Number 1, these bullpen games. And 2, one thing goes wrong and it's over, including extra innings. So don't plan for those. That's just stupid. The lower the division lead, the higher the probability Friedman does something. Yeah. Well, and it's not even winning the division. We know. I'm 99% sure they're going to win the division, even the way they're playing right now. But I don't care. I don't care about the division. I care about winning the freaking World Series. That's where it's about. So I think all that money that they've invested, at the same time, given all the money they've invested, they're making hand over fist. Right? They're making hand over fist. They're doing just fine. So they're making a ton of money from Mr. Ohtani. Let's see. Doing a quick little last minute check here. How about those Lakers? How about Bronny James? What a ball player. What a joke that organization's become. Just bums me out. Bums me out. Who wants to go to a team where you go, oh, we're gonna draft some dude's son and take up a spot in your G League or your regular roster? Just such a joke. Lakers used to own Los Angeles. They no longer own it. Does anyone care as much? I don't. LeBron James, right? Yep, that's my guy. So, all right. Okay, I'm out of here. All right, thank you, everybody. I know it got a little rambling at the end. But, yeah, trade deadline, 2 weeks away. Be ready. Hold on to your butts. I think it's going to be a good one. I think the Dodgers are going to do something big. I have no facts. It's pure feeling. So there you go. What's his name? Old Ben Shapiro would not be happy with what I said. It's feelings over that. Ray Duncan. Rain, I know. I miss Rain. Yeah, if you can't criticize Bronny Guy, it's so stupid. It's a joke. It's a freaking. It's not a winning organization right now. It's not a winning attitude. It's we can be a story for a while. But hey, congratulations on the midseason championship. Congratulations on that trophy. How silly. I hate that thing. It's just silly. NBA's lost me. So, all right, folks. Thanks again. Appreciate it. It's going to be good. 2 weeks. Get ready. We're going to have a new team. Not a new team. We'll have some new players, though. And hopefully we just pray for the health of the current guys, right? And hopefully everyone, the rest of the ball players, enjoy the rest of their All-Star break. And we'll be back in Los Angeles on Friday. Hope some of you guys get a chance to go out there. I won't be. I might go to Rancho, though. I'm excited about that. So, all right. Thanks, everyone. I will talk to you all later. As always, thank you so much. God bless. And go Dodgers.